Okay, so I don't have that much memory left on this because I'm still uploading the previous post. And I had to go up to the store, and so I'm not fully connected to the Wi-Fi like I need to be. So this thing is taking its time, and it uses a combination of Wi-Fi that is tethered to this house as well as whatever I have on my phone. And he sent me a message yesterday talking about I had pretty much almost depleted that. It's going to be, take that much longer to upload. So what am I talking about? I went up to that store and I started looking at the people who had been like a family to me, an extended family, in the sense that I'm up there trying to just eat, and they were taking care of me, and I knew that my time was almost up because my father said as much. Because that's the dream he sent me last night. And I'm like sitting there, before I knew it, I'm typing in my phone people's names. And they're like, how you doing today? I said, I'm doing all right. I said, I'm trying to get your name right because I have to do this survey. And I'm going to acknowledge everybody up here that I can. And they're like, that is really nice of you. Because, seriously. Y'all seen me without my hair cut and all that kind of stuff, and they never made a difference. I told you, one thing I liked about that store is that they pretty much work together. There's some people up there that are straight up assholes, but don't get me wrong, there's a lot of people up there that are just good people. They just like, look, this is my job, this is what I do, I have a family I have to take care of, and, this is a job I do it for a corporate world, but at the same time, I cannot get caught up in the minutia of all this other crap. So how do I make it right? Because that's a promotion. How do I make it right? First, you make it right. If I'm going to talk to you in corporate, you take care of these people because they're the ones on the front lines getting the brunt of all kind of shit from people. Why don't you have this? Why don't you have that? Blah, blah, this, blah, blah, that. And at the same time, you renovating the store. You're going to make it nice. You're going to raise prices. We know what you're going to do to pay for that renovation. And these people got to get the heat for it as if they did it themselves. They don't track in the groceries. They don't necessarily even do the buying. They know what's available and they order it, and you either send it to them or you don't. See, that's life in the grocery world. The things that you say that you need in order to survive. You're lying to yourself when you sit there and saying, I am now delivering to you that which you need, when I don't need all that bullshit you're trying to deliver to me. I don't need guns. I need people who are peaceful. I don't need you to sit there and tell me that you are all about education when you know damn well you done bought an education which was not an education because you're too busy partying and getting drunk and people are dying, and that shit is in the news too, and now you want to address that and you say I'm going to shut down these frats and these sororities, but you ain't shutting down shit. Because you know one thing, and one thing is a fact. For all the fuck up that they do, they also do some good. You weigh and you measure exactly how far you're going to judge another, but at the same time, you judge them just the same. You're waiting for Jesus to come back, but you wouldn't know if Jesus came back and bit you in the ass, because maybe that's what you need Jesus to do in order for you to sit there and say, oh, that's Jesus, because see, Jesus, no, I like it when you bite me in the ass. You don't need a black Jesus, you don't need a white Jesus, you don't need any kind of Jesus at all, because you already know you're your own damn Jesus. Joseph Tittle did not get misinformation from that lady. It was, oh, wow, Joseph, you are Jesus, I am Jesus, blah, 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 blah. Now, what angel is out there telling you that it's Jesus? That bitch was channeling some shit that she related to, and at the same time told her, I am Jesus. No. Of everything that God created in and of himself, he gave it its own self-identity. So that's where she tripped herself up in terms of what she was channeling and what you now choose to listen to. Because you didn't hear that part, did you? The fact that she sat there and said she was Jesus. Angels are not Jesus. Angel or messengers of the divine. They stand alone. How do I know that? I talk to them. Why would I talk to something apart from myself that is myself if I'm not going to talk to myself at all? Now, y'all ain't sitting there saying that you're talking to somebody that is apart from you. You said you sitting there talking to something that is everything that is you. Well, there is a difference in that. So if it's everything that is in you, and the world that you say you bring a healing to is so fucked up because you bringing all this healing forth in and of yourself, but at the same time still can find a way to see outside of yourself and demonize another. Well, what kind of God are you? Self-expressing and aware. See, logic dictates that you must make sense at all times, and you must have some shit to back your shit up. And it's not something that is derived by faith, which we already know is supposed to be paganistic in beliefs. But see, not everything that you say is paganistic is as easy as that. They might realize there's some science to it, but they know that they know the shit just works. And for you to come along and tell them they full of shit, well, they're just fighting words. So, who am I leaving behind, and who am I taking with me? And why are you still on the same page with me and say that I now support you when I don't? We ain't even having an intelligent conversation. What I'm doing is listening to you talk all your nonsense and telling me that it's all good in the neighborhood. And I say, no, it's not. So I'm not going to say we're going to agree or disagree. What I'm going to do is say, bye, Felicia. In the vernacular of the hood. Because Felicia was strung out on drugs and thought she can just say anything and get whatever she wants. And I'm telling you right now, you ain't getting that shit with me. Don't sit there and tell me you my friend when you know damn well you not. You might skate by as an acquaintance, but understand what that is too. I don't have to like you, and in fact, I am entitled to loathe you. But for 2,000 plus years, I didn't do that. Oh, look. That's another thing that showed me my shit was strange. Because I used to look at men all the time and say, oh, that's cute. He's cute. For somebody. He ain't cute for me. But, you know, hey, I ain't mad at him. Somebody want him. Y'all can have him. Just drove off. Go find him. If he ain't already tied down to somebody else. But as far as I'm concerned, you ain't tied to me. And if I'm going to teach you, I'm going to teach you from a truthful perspective that you might not like. Because as you sitting there looking in the mirror, looking at all the cords you can cut and what you don't have to put up with, and at the same time you want to sit there and demonize the very thing that you say you gave, that gave rise to your so-called gifts. I'm going to tell you like I always tell you, nigga, please. You don't demonize me, then say that I support you, and then sit there and do everything I said you weren't supposed to do, and at the same time still say you're entitled to enter the house of the Lord, the one, the space that I prepared. If I wanted straight up idiots working for me, I'd still be working for you. Do you understand what I'm saying? If I still wanted straight up idiots working for me, I would still be working for you, and I'm not working for you. I'm working for myself. Because my father said, I need you to be selfish, which means I don't have to like you. But I love and adore him. And if he said he tired of you, well, that's a license for me too, don't you think? Since you seem to think that I am him, when I know I'm not, and you have been doing that shit all along anyway. You just got caught with your pants down one too many times, and somebody's mouth around your cock or your pussy worshiping it ain't that one. You can all go to hell as far as I'm concerned if you have that mindset, because I don't own you, and you definitely don't own me. Capiche?